Father Tom Whittingham, Thomas when I'm in trouble. I'm the pastor at Saint Laurence in Upper Darby. It's right on the edge of West Philly. I cover 69th Street Station.
Yep. So, Father, tell me about the work that you're here today to talk about.
Oh, well, I just heard about all the other works. I'm really I'm pitching a combination program. We actually have Sunday school for preps. I have first to fourth graders that go right from the end of the Spanish Mass, or they come early for the later English Mass, and they have Sunday school class for their sacrament preparation in between those Sunday Masses. So I have this gigantic cadre of parents who don't speak English very well, sitting there after the Spanish Mass waiting for their kids to get done. And many times they're not quite able to really help us. CCD or prep is really designed for the parish to help support the parents doing this on their own. Right. A lot of times their education coming from really mission territory, and mostly Ecuador where I'm from, they can't help the kids, right? They don't know enough. So I need to teach them the faith, which I could do in Spanish. I need to teach them English, which I can't do in Spanish. So I need to smash those together. And I'm very lucky. I just found somebody a couple of weeks ago that's already doing it. So I need to implement that program of teaching them the same catechism and the bilingual textbooks we have for their kids so that they can teach their kids, but also teach them enough English that they can be involved, engaged parents with their kids, that they're ready to go to a parent-teacher conference. They're ready to talk and say hi to somebody at the Wawa gas station, all that good stuff that comes with normal life.
So why is this important work?
They're really on the margins in terms of, for the most part, they're here with some sort of status or standing and they're waiting, and they want to set up life here, and they're hurried, they're stretched, they're working all the time, and right now they're capped. If they're here, they're not going to come back on Thursday night at 7 p.m. They're not going to come back on Saturday morning. But they're here on site, and they desperately need to be able to just share their gifts and their knowledge and function in English for the good of their kids that are growing up citizens. But they also need to learn the faith. They don't know why we fast these days or why these are holy days of obligation. So we want the kids to know, but we're counting on the parents to help the kids. So it's silly for me to invest in the kids and then pull my hair out when I had hair.
And so we talk about meeting people where they are. Exactly. And in your case, they're actually there.
They're there on site, and they need both at the same time. Right. And I only got an hour, and I already found somebody that did the curriculum for me.
So what does success look like?
Success looks like parents that are, so a couple of things. One, that they're there instead of sitting. They could go to Wawa across the street and get a donut, right? It's tempting some days, I know, right? That they're there and they're engaged. The second is that they're spreading the word, so those numbers are growing. Our prep tends to hold steady or grow even as kids shift into the Catholic school as well. So they're spreading the word about what we have. And then really that you'll see it in anecdotal evidence mostly at the end with how they engage. I have used that example of parent-teacher conferences. It's a cultural thing that's very different for Latino parents. They're not used to that in their countries. But to have enough conversational English to go and meet their kids' teachers and be able to discuss with them how their kids are doing, what kind of help their kids need. And then lastly, we often have multilingual rosaries, and we have a very small group of people that are willing to do that. So if I can pull these ones and have them do at the end of the school year in May, teach them the rosary prayers and how that stuff fits together. If they can lead, not in Spanish, but in English, that'll be a big success.
And so
and you'll see that on social media. We'll have a nice donate link. It'll be great.
And so, I'm going to get to that in a second. If today's a ripple, right? It's a pebble in the lake.
Sure.
What you already have going on. What's the vision for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line?
So down the line, we have Tuesday night prep as well. Those parents are more the drop-off crowd right now. I would love to be able to expand that. I'm sick and tired of seeing the neighborhood Protestant churches advertise English classes. Well, we don't have anything to offer our people. And I'd love to see it overflowing. And if it gets like that, then we just roll it into the prep program. Like I said, we need the parents' help to really instill the faith into their kids if we're going to use a classroom model.
So engaging the parents is key, but you've got to help these parents engage.
And I'd love to see more of it. We'll tag all the rest of them, and the cost of that long term, if other people don't want to help bear that, we'll roll it into the cost of catechism class. and just say, look, this is for the kids and the parents, the families all together, and we'll figure out a way to make it work with that money.
Generosity is important
Mm-hmm.
to so many things. Maybe speak for a second, if you could, just on the importance of generosity, whether it be in folks donating or volunteering or whatever it may be.
All of the above. I would love to work with just volunteers. The price is right.
Right.
But sometimes the education they need and the time frame that's there, it's a little too limited
Sure.
for just volunteers. So I need to be able to pay folks for this particular project. But the world doesn't work without us helping one another. And we just had yesterday's reading at daily mass was, to those who more has been given, more will be expected. And as we sit in this country and we watch the news around the world, especially slaughter of Christians in Nigeria, natural disasters in the Caribbean, like all of these things, we can't help but feel compelled to be generous with what we have, right? But it's not unlimited.
Sure.
It's not unlimited, but we can be very generous. I grew up that way, like the silly example. My first dollar allowance, I was expecting a nice crispy bill. What I get all these coins in a children's collection envelope, right? I learned that. But it's one of the reasons I'm generous with my time, myself, and my own funds today. Right. And it matters. We have to teach kids that, and we have to live it, and we have to expect it. It's good for the soul to give. If I don't challenge the people to support this and to give, then I'm failing them as a shepherd.